Uh, good, good, good afternoon. The Divine Mercy, Sister Maria Faustina. So here we are. The promises. Jesus attached some promises to the worship of the image. A general promise gives the vision of 1934. Said it was Catholic bit now. So I read that before. This is the one. Feast of Mercy. Um, The Feast of Mercy ranks highest among all the forms of devotion to divine mercy. It is not due to the number of visions when it was mentioned 23 years, but to the greatness of the promises attached to it. During the first vision in Block, Jesus addressed Sister Maria Faustina, expressing his great desire for the Feast of Mercy to be celebrated on the first Sunday after Easter, Love Sunday. He wanted the image to be blessed on that day and priests to practice three divine mercy, practice to proclaim divine mercy, particularly for all sinners. Jesus wished the Feast of Mercy to be celebrated on the first Sunday after Easter. That is, they call it Low Sunday. The choice of this particular Sunday is of great theological significance. The mystery of the divine mercy is reflected in the suffering and death of our Savior, divine Savior Jesus. Therefore, it is closely connected with the mystery of redemption. Sister Maria Faustina knows that too, when describing the public veneration of the image at Ostra Brahma in Vilnius, she wrote, I see now that the work of redemption is bound up with the work of mercy requested by the Lord. The most suitable day for the Feast of Mercy is the first Sunday after Easter, since the dominant theological features of the Triduum Sacrum and the Easter octave refer to the suffering, death, and resurrection of our divine Saviour Jesus Christ, and also because the main idea of the liturgy of that day, both in prayers and the scriptures, is the worship of God in His endless mercy. Since the mystery of redemption is still being realized in the sacrament of baptism and the saint penance for its confession, it should be emphasized, as Reverend Spokoko pointed out, that the Feast of Mercy, Feast of Divine Mercy, ought to be connected with the remembrance of the institution of the two sacraments. Low Sunday, also called White Sunday, Dominica in Matris, refers to the solemn ending of the baptism of the catechumens, who after the day of baptism and Easter Eve and dressed in white used to come to church every day for a week. The first Sunday after Easter was the last time they came accompanied by their families and friends. Thus, institution of the Feast of Mercy on this particular Sunday is a visible sign of the greatness of the divine mercy shown to people in the sacrament of baptism. Taking into consideration the promises of the graces to be received during the Feast of Mercy, connection between the sacrament of baptism and the Sunday of the Divine Mercy seems justifiable and most appropriate. We leave it at that now, and it's a grand little story, isn't it? Bye now.